I'm gonna go live. Well,
I thought we were live.
we are live. You know what I mean?
No,
this is the like.
explain it in detail.
Go get a beer.
Are you? Oh wait, you gotta go get. Oh my god! All right, go do it.
Oh my god.
We are back. We are back, folks. We have returned.
Should I wait till he sits down and go get my beer?
No. Oh god, do you need another one? Yes, Yoo-hoo, please sponsor us.
Who needs beer when you have you?
I've got philosophy water.
All right.
I've got
Back.
Hinge water.
We good? We good? Everybody good? Have your drinks? Anybody need to potty? I'm not pulling this over
Potty
again.
mouth.
I'm not pulling this podcast over.
Yes,
again.
I'm not pulling this podcast over again. Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 13 of RPGs Anonymous. I am Zachary, your GM. Take it away, that one.
Carl Nelson.
Same Goose Bailey.
Dr. Zed and Barazel.
Tike or Steve Stevenson.
Welcome, everybody. Good to see you again. I'm super excited. Last week, you guys had some vegan food at a cafe, and we cut away right as Zed pulled open his phone and got a text from his little brother Obi that said, "What did that say again, Carl?"
You got a text from his brother Obi. Just at the very end, the last sentence was, "Oh yeah, Ajax is with your friend."
Yeah, I think Zed, you texted him saying, "How are you guys doing? Money coming soon, et cetera, that kind of thing."
Mm-hmm.
And then Obi was like,
Yep.
"What do you mean? Money's coming soon? By the way, Ajax is." And I think you asked how Ajax.
Yeah,
was
he
doing.
asked how Ajax was.
Ajax, the standard
Yeah.
poodle, black poodle. And he said he's with your friend, and that is where we cut. What is Zed's response to Obi?
Zed. What do you mean with my friend? I'm with all my friends, and Ajax is not here. Stupid triple
I'm pretty
tap
sure
bomb.
Obi's just not going to respond. He's been ignoring the phone and the door and the
No!
mail forever, so
He's very stressed out, and I think I think that works really well. I think there's just no response for a long time. Like how does Zed react to this? Like there's just no response for a long time.
I mean, this is a disposable phone, so he's just gonna like snap it and throw it across the parking lot as hard as he can, and
All right.
like walk back into the vegan cafe.
All right. So yeah, as he walks in, I think the camera sort of follows the snapped phone a little bit, and we see the camera stays in place after that and watches Zed walk back in and sort of fades to like misty blackness, and then we are seeing a scene under a Portland overpass. It's a little bit dark in mid-afternoon evening. It is pouring down rain, and you can see the horizon is in the middle afternoon, or it's in the middle of the sun coming down for sunset. So it's got that dark glow that happens right as sun is beginning to set. And it's just pouring down rain because it's Portland. The rain clouds are colored with this like orange glow. It is dark and cold and getting darker. And we focus in on under an underpass where it's a little bit drier here. And we see a slightly younger Zed helping someone. What does this look like, Zed?
So Zed, this is only a few years ago. Zed is wearing like he's got like his street clothes over his scrubs because he's just finishing his residency, and he sees this person that is like coughing and hacking really bad under the overpass. This person is like obviously newly homeless. Like their clothes are still cleanish, and like they have a dog with them, and like but they've clearly fallen on hard times, and they're trying to like hide in like basically a tent that they've set up under the overpass.
Mm-hmm.
to try and stay out of the rain, but they're just like almost like a really wet cough.
Mm-hmm. What is this
They can't
person?
stop.
Somebody describe this person to us.
A little warning would be good.
You don't get warning. That's not how this works. Come on.
I would say this person is quite pale from this obviously wet cough that's probably borderining on pneumonia. And if they're newly, they're skinny, not doing so hot.
Yeah, I think they're also kind of like middle-aged and maybe have like a trucker hat on. I do think they are super skinny and a little, maybe even like scrawny. They do have work boots on. They're shivering too. Like they look like they would be cold in the hottest room.
Mm-hmm.
I want to contribute a mom tattoo.
Okay. All right. Mom
Where?
tattoo.
On the just the not like on the lower back.
No, it's just there. Let your imagination decide where.
with a mom tattoo. I think it's sort of like in a laurel pattern as well, with the like traditional heart, with like Cupid heart thing, but with a laurel around it. And then there's some stylization. I think it's code. I think there's some like programming code around it. So this person, ostensibly is somebody that was in the tech industry at one point. Everything else we said was still true.
Don't make me turn this podcast around. Okay, go on.
So this is what we see, and I think Zed, what are you like walking through this area? And then you see this person, or what brings you to this person? I think the camera like follows Zed a little bit before they see this person, and then it follows them as they see them.
Mm-hmm.
What do we see happening?
Yeah, so Zed is like riding his bike home, which is quite a bit farther than his regular ride to the clinic nowadays. It's a few miles, and so he's just like trying to ride his bike as fast as he can, and then he hears this hacking cough, and like as he went through the overpass, he hears that cough and like stops and looks back and tries to see where it's coming from, and eventually he hears it again, and so he like crosses the street and like goes up under the underpass and sees this tent like trying to hide where it's kind of more dry and out of the wind.
And I think we have this like dramatic camera moment of like sort of from this person's perspective as Zed sort of walks up. We see them like cough a bit into a handkerchief or like a piece of cloth or something, and the camera sort of follows Zed as he approaches. What does he say?
Are you all right? Do you need any help? I'm a doctor.
Fine. I'll be okay.
I don't know about that. That cough sounds like it's pretty bad. Can I help you?
Got a little wet.
Yeah, let's get you out of the rain. Let's see if we can find a little better shelter. Yeah, there's the dog.
They don't really allow my pet in the shelter, so I'll be fine here.
No, I have a spare room at my apartment. It's not too far. Let me just call a drop off.
So, real quick, Tike, can you pull me a tarot card?
Oh,
no.
Okay. Just pulling them.
Oh.
Whoop. Oh, interesting.
Is
Never
this just for the encounter?
Yeah, why not?
King of Wands. Yeah. Well,
Tike, is it up or down?
it is. Oh.
Yeah, I think you need to take that deck and throw it across the room a couple times and then pick them all up and randomly put them back together.
Oh, I've been shuffling. Like while we play the stream, I've taken on Tike's nervous tick.
Tike's nervous tick.
I'm shuffling the cards.
Yeah, but how do you negotiate the right side up? If you're like me, all the cards are always right side up.
Oh, just like every third or fourth shovel or something, I just like rotate the cards.
Oh, that would break my soul.
Yeah, it would hurt me too, but I think it's how you're supposed to do it. Man, I've always wanted to like learn this. I'm a little bit jealous that you are like getting to learn about this. So I have, depending on whether it's upright or reversed, I have natural born leader, vision, entrepreneur, honor, or impulsiveness, haste, ruthless, and high expectations.
Yeah, didn't we have this last week?
We did. We legit did.
Yeah.
That's one that keeps coming up.
We actually still technically have it open.
It's still technically there, but this is for the encounter, so that's a good draw.
This is totally separate. So was it upright or reversed?
It was reversed.
It was reversed. Okay.
It was upside down.
Ooh.
So I think what this means is that you call this drop off, and they like straight up refuse to take this person in the car. And so like they pull up and
okay, I'm fine.
On here.
And I think they speed off, and because it's raining, they splash through a thing, and you both get a little bit extra wet. So now you are on the
I
side
don't
of this.
believe in karma, but this is gonna bite you in the ass. 0 stars.
Later, loser.
So now you are stuck on the sidewalk with this man outside of his tent. Both of you are extra wet. What do you do now?
So I think we've established that Zed always carries his medical bag.
True.
That's just something he always has. So I'm gonna like look in the medical bag and like he's gonna like say, I just wanna like listen to your breathing and see if I can hear anything that we might need to go take care of. Is that gonna be all right with you?
Yeah, I think so.
All right. So he like pulls out the stethoscope and he listens to this. Whoa, that's exactly how the lungs sound.
Yeah.
Inside.
Yeah, exactly. There's like this rasping, horrible, like liquidy, just really bad lung sound. Which
You're gonna die
Do that
yesterday.
again.
yeah, very pneumonia-esque. So yeah, what do you do?
I think we need to get you indoors. Let me help you carry your things and we'll walk. It's not far. Like another mile and a half.
So Zed takes this man and helps him to his apartment. I think we see like a short little montage of him helping him, maybe laying him down, treating him. Why don't you roll me a medicine check?
Also, this is Sam and Zed's apartment, so it might go badly.
Oh, okay. So this is while Sam and Zed are dating.
Uh-huh.
Okay. All right. So we see, I think we see Sam, Tike's sister, open the door, and I think there's a cross between like hard annoyance and also like what's the emotion I'm thinking of? Christ.
Compassion.
Yeah, and compassion. Sort of like where like you can see, I think this would also be while like she is probably either just out of residency or still in residency. So she is also probably just off of a very long shift, wearing scrubs, all of that stuff. She opens the door. What does she say? I forgot who played Sam.
You kind of want Tike to play everyone in his family. Like,
I think that's a good idea.
Also, how difficult is this medical check?
Good again, because I just did the other one.
We'll call it average. Yeah, Tike, play your sister.
I did not prepare a female voice.
That's okay. It doesn't have to be a female voice. Just kind of.
No, it has to be.
Oh my god! Don't do that.
Oh no,
Dr. Zed, honey.
Oh yeah. What is your first
Come
name?
here, sweetums.
Zedekiah.
it's Zed.
Yeah,
Zed. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
Zed.
Zedekiah.
We'll call it- Okay.
He doesn't go by his last name because nobody pronounces it right. And they always
Yeah,
forget.
including the dungeon master who got it wrong twice 2 weeks ago and totally didn't realize it, even though Nick was laughing at him very, very badly for like 3 minutes afterwards. Two successes and 2 advantages.
And 2 advantage.
Okay, cool. Yeah, Jacob, what does Sam say when she opens the door? Sees this homeless man.
You're bringing home another one?
Oh
I mean,
man.
it's fall. It's really bad out there, and this one's got
No, she's like
pneumonia.
she's like smiling. Sorry, I. That's why I needed a female. It wasn't like, see, my voice just sounds mean and harsh all the time, like I'm judging everyone. But what she was supposed to sound like was kind of like lighthearted,
And
like
empathetic.
yeah, like this is a little annoying, but
You need to
we're gonna
throw
do
in
what we
some
always
like I Love
do.
Lucy.
What?
Put a little I Love Lucy into it, like another one.
All you
There
have to
you
do
go.
is just actually smile when you say it. You're bringing home another one. There you
Okay.
go. Like that fixes it.
You're bringing home another one.
Yeah.
Actually, I brought two. This one comes with a dog.
And
Well,
I think,
love dogs. And then she like gets down and like
yeah, I think this dog like runs in and starts licking Sam's face. What does this dog look like?
Unlike Ajax, this dog is matted and like doesn't have a standard cut. It's just like giant bushy hair that's like borderline dreadlocks in some places.
Mm-hmm.
But it does have the black dark fur. that
And is
Ajax
this
has.
an older dog or is this a younger dog, or like what age range would they be in?
Yeah, I mean, probably 5 or 6.
Okay. So
And Ajax is 3. So
probably relatively not like super slow moving, but like not like puppy exuberance. They like come in to the door as Zed carries the man to their couch, and sort of like cuddles up with Sam for a moment as Zed starts treating this person. So I think we see a short montage again of Zed treating this man and Sam taking care of this dog over the course of a few days, and then maybe even a week. I don't know how long pneumonia takes to heal up with care outside of a hospital. I'm sorry.
Appropriate amount of time.
A month? I don't know. Somewhere between a day and 5 months.
a couple weeks.
A couple weeks.
Yeah.
I'm not a doctor, guys. I'm sorry. I'm not even 1%. Yeah, there we go. So we just see a montage of an amount of time passing. This man is helped back to health. The dog is cleaned up a little bit, and eventually we have a moment where Sam and Zed are standing at the doorway, sort of like waving this man away. He's leaving, and what does he say as they are parting?
Let's give him a name real quick. Anybody got a good name in chat?
This is usually Aaron's domain.
What, names?
Names, yeah.
Martin.
Yeah, I dig that. Martin. Okay, so Martin.
Yeah, I mean, Zed's gonna, in Zed's hand, like he'll reach out to like shake Martin's hand, and in Zed's hand is like a 50, like just to like help Martin get back, on his feet a little bit. But yeah, I don't know what Martin says. What's he say, guys?
Yeah, Aaron, you're Martin.
You realize nobody does this anymore because people take advantage of the people like you.
I feel like if I get taken advantage of, that's okay. It'll all work out in the end anyway. I'd rather be taken advantage of 9 times and help the one person that really needs it the 1 out of 10 times.
You just
than
watch
not
your
help
back.
anybody.
Watch your back, Doc. That's all I got, man. Thanks.
Starts to lift its leg over a vase.
Yeah, and I think Sam catches it and is like, no, and like scoots him out. Martin and the dog walk down the street, and I think at one point the dog sort of like turns back and like whines a little bit, and then they sort of walk and everything fades, and we see I don't know how long later. Again, an indeterminate amount of time, but we see an external shot looking on Zed's porch. And it's just a normal sunny day in Portland, which I guess is not that normal. And then we see a bus pass by and stop at right in front of the thing. And when the bus leaves, there is a small black puppy on the doorstep with a little bow on it and a card. And then the door opens and we see Zed. How does Zed react?
Hey, little guy, what are you doing here? He'll like pick him up. Yeah, he's like doing the gushy, like squeezing its face and rubbing its ears. Like at that point, Zed will notice the note and like puppy under one arm, note under the other, like open it up.
I think we see the note and all it says is, "Watch your back, Doc." And then I think the scene fades again as Zed is going back into the house or into the apartment. And we cut back over to see Zed walking into the Bill's Vegan Cafe with just this look on his face that describe the look on Zed's face that may or may not be jarring at the moment.
There are actual like tears coming down his face a little bit, and like, but they're like angry tears. His face is like really flushed, and like he's like, "Oh, I could just kill him." We have to go.
Go where? And like
Think
Tike is
my
nervously fidgeting with
friend
his
has
cards.
my dog.
Where are all your friends?
You think that's up on the
I
priority
know, right?
list? Like,
I
am I
need
callous?
this.
I'm sorry.
I mean, I can go by myself. I gotta figure out who has Ajax.
Is there a touch of Barazel in your voice at this point?
No, because Barazel is actually inside Zed's mind, laughing pretty constantly
yeah,
at the pain.
I think that's the like scariest part of this is that you guys hear the like anger and rage in Zed's voice, but you don't hear Barazel at all. This is just Zed, and if I know anything about Zed in our limited time knowing him, he does not seem like an angry person. So I think that is
he's
pretty
really
jarring.
chill.
Yeah.
Like cutting into Zed's mind, like we hear, S-Corp has your dog. They're experimenting on him. Next time you see him, he'll be a monster.
Ooh.
Just like you.
I really like this. I think we should do a roll here real quick.
Shit.
Just for some fun. I think we should have Zed do a discipline roll.
He's not good at those.
Against Barazel's something. Maybe presence I'm thinking coercion or deception. Yeah, coercion or deception, whichever is better, because he's kind of trying to do both.
Well, he has a yellow die coercion, so that's a red one.
That sounds great. Yeah, so against a red and his presence.
Okay, and his presence, I think, goes down. Let me double check real quick. Let's see. Brawn goes up. Nope. Willpower and intellect. So he's still pretty intimidating. And it's a discipline, you say? This isn't going to go well. Ha! It is a despair.
Oh boy.
And a wash otherwise.
Okay, so I think what this looks like then is Zed has a complete and total breakdown. I think
right there in the restaurant.
He like you like look down and like every muscle in your body is tensed, and you like put your hands to your face. And I think you just kind of like scream something. Like I think you actually like yell something very, very loudly, maybe inhumanly loudly, but it is totally Zed's voice. What do you think that is?
Get out! And he'll snap his fingers. I'll let you decide what happens when Zed uses magic on his own. I'll even make a magic check if you want.
What a fun little gift you've given me. Gosh,
you could silence the restaurant.
I think that's the first thing that happens is Zed like screams "get out" and snaps his fingers, and the restaurant goes silent. And not just like people stop talking silent, but like the movement of plates and stuff. You hear this like slight uptick as there's this shock wave around him of like clinking of what's the word? Clinking of porcelain and glass and those sorts of things, dishes and that and items, and then everything goes absolutely silent for just a moment. I think there is an aura around Zed, and I don't think it's like a Barazel like thing. I think there is this like there are these waves of energy coming off of him. What do they look like? We know that Barazel's like miasma is this like black wispy like scary looking substance. This is definitely
the blood red.
Yeah, this is all Zed though. So what does this look like? This like these waves of energy coming off of him.
I think they're kind of a golden light right now, but because of his anger, they are tinged with like the red.
Yeah. I love that. And that in and of itself isn't that big of a deal. Like it's something. It's not great. You guys are in the middle of a restaurant. The despair comes from a half second later when you are wreathed in this golden red tinted light, and the rest of you looking at him see one, then another, then a handful of cell phones taking video of Zed doing this. And a good number of people in this restaurant have now taken footage of Zed and ostensibly put it on social media. You are on a clock. What do you do?
Oh, I want
like slowly lower his own phone back down.
Goose is one of them that took the footage. Oh man. Oh shit.
I want to try to connect to the phones and try to shut them all off.
Ooh, I dig this a lot. Yeah.
Carl's gonna keep eating.
I think that's projection. Do you have a talent that helps you do this?
I do.
Okay.
I do have a talent that helps me
Imagine
do
that.
this now.
So you've never done this, so you're gonna get a black die. Because of how quickly technology moves, I'm gonna place this at hard. I might actually make it daunting because there are so many phones. There are like a dozen. I think that's what I'm gonna do.
Can I counter that?
No,
I don't think it's going to be daunting because he's in a very specific zone of quiet space that has just been magicked and he can feel it.
What do you mean?
Zed silenced the area momentarily, and then all these phones came out, and he can feel all the phones coming out and going live all around him.
But also he's currently sort of like connected into Fitz's laptop. Okay, so like if you picture this on like a magical scale, he has to kind of like make this big mind umbrella over the entire restaurant, cutting it off from the internet.
Yeah.
Or
daunting is fair.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, go ahead. What were you going to say, Jacob?
I was thinking of it more as me like connecting to the phones and like causing them to short themselves in some way.
Yeah, that
or
might.
just like all go into airplane mode or something.
Yeah, or like an EMP, or like a very limited like internet EMP. Like that also sounds really like powerful,
Yeah.
because think of the ramifications here. If you are able to pull this off regularly, walk into a building like a server room and just
wipe out the
drop
Wi-Fi.
this,
Yeah.
could be like, this is a terrifying power, and you have that talent.
That's why I mean, but I think I'm using it on a smaller scale by just hitting these cell phones.
Yeah, but if it's something you could reproduce, we could definitely mess a lot of stuff
That's
up with.
fair.
Yeah.
All right. So,
And because it's not like you're not dealing with IS Corp, you're not dealing with Nemesises, it's just going to be the straight 4 purple and a black. And again, we've codified, once you have accomplished something, that black die usually goes away. So, yeah, I think 4 purple and a black. I think that's reasonable, especially because you are very good at this still. I think the
Okay.
odds are still in
And
your
if you
favor.
succeed, make
So-
sure you write it down as a spell. That way
So
you can
explain
redo it.
explain what these talent is.
Oh yeah, what is your
oh
talent?
yeah, so it's technopathy. Technopath. I don't know. That sounds so weird to say. And then the advanced version of that. So one gives me a blue die anytime I go to do something like this, and the other one gives me a number of successes equal to my rank and projection.
Holy crap! Okay, so
Yeehaw,
yeah,
baby.
you are
So
very
what's your
likely.
rank and projection?
Yeah, yeah.
3.
Whoa!
So yeah, I don't feel bad about daunting, because you are almost certainly gonna. You would literally have to get 3 failures on top of everything else you get.
Yeah.
Like, cancel out all of the successes you roll and get another 3 failures to not see. I feel good about daunting.
Yeah.
Even with that, it is so unlikely you're going to fail this. And I really
Oh,
wanted
yeah.
this to succeed.
Okay. So I got an ad.
Pay for your dice roller apps, folk.
Yeah.
Kill them ads.
Yeah, this episode brought to you by Dice Roller apps. Pay for them or get ads.
Or get ads. Yeah, so I think this ends up being 2 successes and 2 disadvantages.
Is that with the
Wow.
additional 3 successes?
Yeah. So I had 1 failure,
Wow.
but I just like
That's so good. Okay, good to know. Good to know. That's okay. All right, cool. So I have to hit you with daunting to make these checks even close to difficult for you. Good to know. So yeah, definitely you succeed. You stop this from going public. I think the disadvantage is that this footage still exists.
yeah,
it's on
I
our
wasn't
phones.
fast enough.
Yeah, but you have stopped it at least from going public for the time being. We'll call it the encounter or whatever that means. But for in the short term, you have stopped it from going public, though it will eventually go public because it still is extant. What do y'all do? Because you are still in the middle of a crowded restaurant.
You gonna finish that waffle
I
type?
think because of this.
Yeah. And I start
I think because of the
viciously,
despair,
checking my waffle.
Because of the despair, what?
like Zed doesn't know how to turn it off either.
Ooh.
He doesn't know what he did.
Oh, your aura
Yeah.
Yeah.
or the
I
quiet.
don't know. And as everything goes quiet, that's when he realizes what just happened. He's going, I can't turn it off. I can't turn it off.
And sort of Super Saiyan, like, you just see these like waves of energy coming off of him. Like, it's super apparent to everybody, and he's much calmer than he was a second ago, at least ostensibly. You know, he might be panicking because of the aura or whatever, but like he's not actively freaking out, and this like energy is still coming off of him. You guys also know that Barazel is not necessarily like doing this. Like Zed is exuding this weird, super visible magical energy.
So, the boy has power of his own.
What's that? The name of that group that was hunting us down?
Counter.
Counter.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do our characters know the name of that? We heard that, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, we heard it multiple times
Yeah,
from Fitz.
Oh,
yeah,
right.
Fitz told you.
Yeah.
That.
So I think Goose gets up and tries to start herding everyone towards the door, like in this little group, and he's like, "Yep, our name's Counter. We work for IS Corp, and we're definitely evil and here to take over things. Let's go."
I said, is the sound suppression still happening in the room?
No, I think that was like a momentary thing. I think that
Okay.
was like a single like magical effect that then ended. Goose, this is deception 100%.
As you're hurting people at the door, rolling your deception, I am going to be taking my last couple bites from the bowl as I'm walking away from the table, setting the bowl down. Yeah.
Where do I want to set this one? I think I'm going to set this as average. Upgraded.
The back of my jacket says IS on it.
It does say IS.
We are wearing IS Corp.
Okay, this is gonna be the most complicated.
Well, I think that you can make it average, but I think the IS gear would just give me a blue die.
Yeah, this is gonna be the most complicated roll we've done because it's gonna be average. You are technically defaming IS Corp, so you're gonna have it's gonna upgrade twice, so it's gonna be 2 red. But you're wearing IS Corp and nobody knows what these are, so I'm gonna give you 2 blue die for that. And you literally said the words "we're evil," so I'm going to give you a black die. So to recap, 2 reds, 2 blues, and a black.
On top of whatever.
Top of whatever your normal check is.
Yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and do Touch of Fate to add 2 blue dice to that.
Of course, there we go. 2 reds, 4 blues, and a black against whatever your thing is.
Have enough physical dice
the
for all
best
that?
superpower.
I'll take
I
2
do,
blue
actually,
dice
yeah.
for
Holy
1,000
crap. That is
This-
impressive.
This is insane.
I don't even have the dice for a 12th of that.
Is Touch of Fate a story point power, or is that just an encounter power?
It's just once per session can do it.
Oh, that's right. Oh man, I love that so much.
Yeah,
Goose's
And then-
super luck is so good.
yeah, dude, I love it. Let's see, that can't, and then that.
This is a different kind of math for dice, folks.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Other games you get to add numbers.
3 success and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 advantage.
Holy cats. Momo's in the picture again. She's magic.
Oh boy. This is one of those beautiful, beautiful rolls where you're not going to see the effects of it right away, especially because you're saying all of this as you're ushering everybody out. Carl eating the food, eating food out of the bowl, setting the bowl back down on the table. Fitz packing up the laptop that Tike was using, and you guys are quickly make your exit from the restaurant and start going somewhere. Where do you go?
We took a drop to get here, so I don't think we have any kind of transportation.
You don't. You super don't. You took a drop to get here, and so you super do not have any transportation. Right. So you guys are standing outside the restaurant.
Well, is there a car nearby?
Oh, yeah. Of course there is. Of course there's a car.
Oh,
nearby.
okay.
Steal
So
a car.
what's the newest, fanciest looking car I can see, like, close by?
I mean, let's see. What did we just pull?
We have a
for-
tarot card we could spend.
Yeah, that's true.
Car.
Yeah. Let's see. What do you guys have? You guys have opened the Queen of Wands, motherly, warm, loving, upbringing, good parents. King of Wands, upright.
So we'll just make Elon Musk our mama, and like there's just like a Model 3 Tesla.
I
Just
think
like-
I think that falls under this: the Chariot, control, willpower,
Yeah.
success,
Yeah.
action, determination, and there is a brand new
Model 3 is not big enough. Model X.
model. Okay,
Model X, whatever.
there's a brand new Model
that
X.
truck.
It can't be a truck because it's 2019.
Not
it
out
hasn't
yet.
come out yet. Yeah. So it's a
Prototype. It's that amazing.
what is okay. So Aaron, I think you probably know the most about Teslas here. I don't know about the rest of you. Describe this Model X to us.
Model X is it's not grand futuristic. It's almost like every other large, almost minivan SUV, what they call a midsize SUV. It's got a very smooth front though. There's no grille. So it's almost got a like a stormtrooper or a Klingon nose, Cylon nose on the front of it. They're
Yes,
very
Cylon.
sleek and smooth. They cut through the air. The back doors open wing style. The back 2 doors are gull wing. The front 2 doors are normal. And they don't make any noise. They're a fully electric vehicle.
And what color is
luxury? Good question. Would you like to know what colors were standard in 2019?
No, I want you to pick one. I don't need to know everything about
white.
it.
Yeah,
it's
white.
it's the pearl white.
White.
That's an upgraded color in 2019.
How many of these do you think are in Portland? I'm just wondering.
X's in Portland, more than the national average.
Yeah, you're probably
Portland
right
is a
about
hub. Portland is a hub for Tesla activity. We have more here than most places.
Are we just all morally on board with stealing someone's car?
I think
I'm not
this
sure
really
if we're-
sells
no.
the fact that you said we were evil.
We're talking about this too much. I think what this looks like narratively is I just walk up to the car
And it opens.
and like hack into it, and it just opens, and I'm just like, let's get in. And then we're all making split-second decisions about whether we get in the car.
No, I'm asking that question as I walk towards the car.
Oh, you know what's gonna happen. Okay.
I think
I guess I'm gonna say, we're gonna find out.
Fitz says, for the record, I'm not okay with this.
I'm not
Neither
really
am I.
either, but I can't turn this off, and that has tinted windows.
All right, I guess we're doing this. Jacob, roll me a projection.
How difficult?
This is not going to be nearly as hard. I'm going to call this I'm going to say just hard, but with a blue die because you got lots of car practice last time. Like you
Okay, so that's 2 purple and then a black.
3 purple and a blue.
3 purple. Oh, okay.
This is a slam dunk for you, honestly.
We could go get my car Fitz, but I think they know what it looks like and what the license plate is.
Oh man, I got an ad.
buy your apps, folks. Pay the $5.
Sponsored again.
Yeah, so that's 1 triumph,
Oh,
4 successes,
oh.
5 advantages.
Yep, that's what I wanted to see. Yeah.
Gosh.
So I basically just had you do that to see whether or not you got a despair or a triumph. Obviously, this is going to go off without a hitch.
I'm gonna name this car C.I.N.D.Y, and this is just gonna be.
The car's name.
It's gonna be our new car.
The car's name is always on the primary screen in the car, up in the top center. So when you sit in it
pulls up and it says C.I.N.D.Y.
Yeah.
So you realize that every time you guys say bullshit like that, I have to write it down.
Yes, we do know that.
And what's
Honestly, I
even
didn't know I was doing it.
What's even worse is with this keyboard, I have to mute and then type. So yeah, you guys hop into C.I.N.D.Y. I think what happens is, Tike, you just hold up your hand, and then whatever happens when you unlock a Tesla happens. You open the doors, everybody jumps in, it starts up immediately, and you guys begin driving away. I want to know what this triumph is, though. This can be slightly related, fully related, or,
I think it is kind of like a prototype. Like maybe it's one that like a dealer's driving around or something, or one of their like people who actually work at Tesla. So like the automatic driving is like better.
Let's
than it normally is.
ambiguate a little bit and just say that in general the technology is fully cutting edge.
Yeah.
So I like that because that gives us basically, we have like a Knight Rider right now, which is cool. So like we can be like, oh, you got a triumph on this.
Yeah, and C.I.N.D.Y is even like this like Siri AI, but just somewhere between Halo Cortana and Siri. Like
It's the uncanny valley. It's
Yeah.
deep. It's deeply in that.
Well, and I think with a Triumph, he should definitely have like a total control over the vehicle.
Yeah.
Like so, you know how like
Yeah.
Teslas, you can like point with your clicker and it'll drive to that spot to come pick you up. He can
I
like just
think-
do that by pointing with his finger.
I think this Triumph comes in two forms, because again, you got a bunch of successes and advantages as well. So this car is basically exactly what you guys need. One, it is cutting edge, new technology, prototype. So it's, I mean, to be fair, it's probably going to be looked for quite a bit, but they probably don't have as much ability to track it. And two, Tike can control this literally in the most ideal way possible. So he can literally think and make it do things. And I don't think that is something you guys will have to roll for in the future. I think this car is just Tike's RC car now.
And 3, you can skip a rock off Teslas in Portland.
Yeah, I mean that is true. Yeah, it would be pretty difficult compared to most other places. So you're in the perfect place for Tesla. In fact, we can even say that there are extra Teslas in Portland than there might normally be. It will be even harder to find.
That's terrifying.
So you guys now have a cool banger car going on. So where are you all headed?
Yeah, I think that's the first question I ask. Like, we all get in the car really like slick and cool, like, and then we're like, where are we going?
Away from Gresham, preferably.
Yeah, this place is a shithole.
And there's a whole bunch of video camera. There's a whole bunch of phones back there with our pictures on them.
Yeah, I don't know what the plan is, but
I think I just miscellaneously think in my mind that, like, man, we should just wander around the country, like, keep moving while this is going on. I'm gonna guess this Tesla
And the
has
car
some
does it.
stupid long endurance battery too.
probably, yeah.
Or
Could I
just the
like
fact that it's full.
look around, do maybe perception or something to see if we're being followed?
Yeah, I love that. Why don't you? That sounds excellent to me. Let's call it average. Again, IS Corp, so upgrade it twice. So two red. That's all.
2 red.
Also, if we're going to be trying to figure this thing out, should we be approaching IS Corp? I mean, isn't that what we're trying to figure out, who's involved in this thing?
I mean, I've been saying since the beginning that this is a big misunderstanding, and if we go back, it's not going to be ideal, but it will get figured out.
Turn off. It's not working. Turn off.
2 success.
Okay. I think you notice that you guys have, for the moment at least, gotten off scot-free. You look around, you like watch, and there is not any particularly strange activity happening around you as far as like traffic and whatnot. You think you guys are, at least for the moment, relatively safe. You also notice that there are probably, obviously, not a lot of people out right now. More than maybe you might expect for a semi-apocalypse happening. Like, there are a surprising amount of commuters going back and forth. I mean, it's Friday mid-morning. So it's
Are
not...
those monsters still just like randomly appearing and attacking places?
I think you wouldn't...
Have you been doing encounter checks?
What does that mean?
Like random encounters, like while you're traveling?
Oh, hell no. What? No, I just spring things on you when I feel like it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm just
That
like,
feels fair.
it's been going on for a while now, and they're still appearing. I'm imagining someone sitting in traffic and one just like tearing up everything in front of them, and then like calling their boss, like, it destroyed another road. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I
got a flat monster.
Yeah.
I think that is definitely happening in a lot of places. This is a very active threat in many places, maybe even the outskirts of Portland. But in downtown and probably a little bit of Gresham, it has mostly been taken care of because this is the IS Corp headquarters. They were very quickly able to work with, as we've talked about in previous episodes, they very quickly were able to work with Portland government and the state government in Oregon, and they've been able to like deploy very quickly here. So the actual city center is okay. They are still like an active threat. They do still appear, but they're usually very quickly taken care of. If you wanted to know more specifics, you'd probably have to go online to find out. But you guys don't. I don't think you guys see any at the moment.
Listen, Zed. Obviously, this is going to be a problem till you take care of it. Where would you take Ajax for walks? Where should we go to look for Ajax?
I mean, the clinic, the bar.
Okay, the clinic is
The
gone.
parks around the house?
Maybe we should check the bar.
Yeah, or find
Yes,
Officer
yes.
Friendly. He might know.
Yes, please. Yes.
I mean, like I said, the clinic is gone, so that's obviously out of any chance the dog would go there. Is there any parks or pathways or other places we could go? Because the last time we were at the bar, Fitz walked in.
Look, I will say, I didn't like hang out with you guys a bunch, but I did see you at the bar plenty. Ajax was there a lot, but we probably also will have a presence there. It might be a good idea to look in on it, but we need to be careful if we do. It seems that we're on the run, and we almost certainly have a presence there. It was the first place.
We could just call Legends and ask.
Yeah, I was about to say this is a place where phones seem like it ruined the suspense. I pulled out my phone.
That's where Goose is already dialing.
Yeah, that's exactly what Goose says.
That's great. That's so
While
good.
you guys were talking, the car was constantly like taking like opposite trajectory.
Random vectors.
Just like randomly driving
going
around
to
places.
the bar, going away from the bar, going to the bar.
Oh, that's so good. I love that so much. Get off an exit. Okay, we're not going back on the exit. So yeah, you call and it rings once again, a third time, and then it goes to not a busy signal, but the dead line signal. You guys know where it'll like not quite that, but like where you know that the line is still like semi-active, but it's just silent. There's just nothing on the phone.
Pull out a different
Damn
burner.
it.
Check that one.
Verse, I paid my tab. You said you'd start answering again.
Ruin that suspense, assholes.
So no one's answering at the bar, Goose?
No. Just
It
shut
is
up.
quite early in the morning.
True. It's like just before noon. I think it was 11:37 when you guys sat
Yeah, we
down.
had brunch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like just afternoon.
Dave may not be there yet, so
True.
we could try that later.
Dave lives
let's
at
look
the
at
bar,
possible-
y'all. You know this.
I know.
He lives
Let's
like
try,
above it.
let's try possible pathways or parks or places of exercise you may have taken Ajax first.
Yeah, I mean, we went to all the parks. By the way, does anyone have any ideas on how to turn this off?
I think if we find Ajax, it'll turn off.
That sounds really
Change colors.
inconvenient.
As we like get closer or further away from Ajax.
Fitz is like, that sounds really storybook, Carl. I don't know about that. So
Is it so storybook that it started when he was upset about his dog?
I mean, I don't know. Emotions are weird and magic is weird. I don't actually know that much about it.
Well, I would try to do some brain stuff, but I'm driving, sort of.
Bump, bump, bump.
I'm braining.
So, I think this is a good time to do a roll. Do you guys want to try and figure out how to turn off Zed or try and find Ajax? And if so, how do you want to go about that?
Yeah, let's go find Ajax, and let's just go to the bar. No.
What if
Before
we
or
drive,
after Ajax?
What if we drive in my neighborhood? And Carl, does your whistle have a dog whistle setting?
No, but I could just take the cork out of it.
No, it 100% does.
Which is yes, because we already said I make all sorts of whistles.
Yeah, it's an electronic whistle that does all sorts of cool things.
Yeah,
So yes, it definitely has a dog whistle setting.
All right.
I mean, we could try
Honestly,
that.
I like that dog more than I like some of you.
And like I know where Zed lives, right? Like I know his neighborhood.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Absolutely, because of Sam.
Yeah. Because I know.
That's a good point.
Yeah. I
No,
was just
Zed
wondering
moved
whether I
out.
Oh, Zed moved out.
She
Okay.
still lives there.
Let's try this one.
Yeah.
Oh, I got to turn that up. That wasn't near good enough.
Oh, I just thought it was working.
Well, we should.
Oh my God, you can't loop it like that.
We-
That's the worst.
We shouldn't.
I
hear
didn't
it.
mean to.
Yeah, we shouldn't hear it because we're human.
Yeah, but it does. It does. I think it does that just so you know it's working. Okay, so why don't let's do? Let's do. Are you?
That's
are you
a
good?
one.
You good?
Yeah, that's a good one.
You done? Oh my God, I'm dying. I'm literally dying.
Quality audio content
Yeah.
that you've come to expect.
You realize I do have to edit this.
Yes, I do.
Uh,
That's why I'm laughing so hard.
We could do perception. We could do streetwise. We could do vigilance. I think perception or streetwise is probably my. Or I would also take, if it's coming from Zed, I think this is going to be a group check. But I would also take leadership, as in you are trying to like command the dog to come to you. It's going to be a group.
Well,
For streetwise, I have 4 in cunning.
Holy crap!
Yeah, I was gonna say I've only got 3 in leadership.
I've got 1 in vigilance.
I mean, 3 in leadership. That's probably pretty good with Tike's presence. Unless you guys, somebody has better street.
No,
wise.
I meant I've got a 3 presence.
Oh, you've got a 3 presence. Oh, okay. Does anybody have anything in any of those skills?
Uh-oh.
so I have streetwise,
How much?
but I'm still not great at it though.
Well, I would
Oh,
use
I can
my
select
characteristic and then your ranks and streetwise.
Yeah. We'd use whoever has the highest presence and whoever has the whoever has the highest cunning rather, and whoever has the highest streetwise. So
So my cunning's 4, and you have how many ranks in streetwise?
1.
okay, that's still probably the best you guys are gonna get. So let me think this through a little bit. So it's gonna be 1 yellow, 3 green. You guys are using a cool dog whistle thing, so that'll be a blue die, definitely. I think there is the difficulty of finding Ajax. I think is going to be. Go ahead.
I like that it's Goose and Tike, who are both a street performer and a homeless man, that we're using for the dice roll. Like it just seems perfect for a streetwise roll.
That is a very, very good point. I'm going to say this is base hard, so 3 purple, and I'm gonna upgrade it once, and I'm not going to tell you why. So 1 red, 2 purple, a blue die.
All right.
Don't roll a despair.
Don't roll a despair. Don't roll a despair.
No despair. 3 success and 4 threat.
Oh, very good.
Oh crap!
Okay, so I've got the threats. Where have Dave and Ajax been hiding out?
All we know is they went out the back door.
Yeah. I mean, I'm asking because you guys are obviously going to find this place right now. This is for the narrative. This is a place that Dan helped them find, and they've been hiding out there. It is safe from prying IS Corp eyes, but close enough to Zed's neighborhood that if you guys did something like this, they would be around to be like, oh my God, Zed's here.
Obi's bookstore.
Okay. Does Obi own a bookstore or does he work at a bookstore?
Didn't Obi manage?
He works at Bowles.
Oh yes. Okay, I got it. Okay.
No Wi-Fi because they want you to read books. Yeah.
Powell's has Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I know. I'm just making it up. Stop it.
Okay, so this is where this is fantastic because we get to expound upon something that you guys came up with literally around the first episode, where Powell's has an Underground Railroad-esque system of hiding spots. So you guys are sort of going around the neighborhood. Tike and Goose together. You guys are both trying to find this. Trying to looking out for this, and making sure you stay away from C.O.U.N.T.E.R eyes. Carl, you're whistling a whole bunch, and Zed, you are focusing, trying to turn yourself off, and maybe calling for Ajax every once in a while as well. And after a while, I think you guys park next to a Powell's, and you are sort of looking around. You're in an alleyway. Carl is whistling incessantly, and I think after a moment, you guys hear this slight rumbling. And the wall adjacent, the wall that is connected to the Powell's, sort of like splits open a little bit, and you see a staircase start to rise from underneath it in this opening. And out of it sprints a small standard black poodle, followed closely by Dave Versus. What do y'all do?
Oh, that's the friend. Are we pulled over?
Yeah, you guys are pulled over, parked in an alleyway. And I think I want to know, does Zed turn off because of this? Like, does this like? I'm totally leaving this up to you. If this is something you don't think is as connected as that, that's totally fine. But I just want to know.
I think it was more of an issue of what Barazel was saying, and the fact that Ajax is not captured by C.O.U.N.T.E.R being turned into a horror would, I think, if we had to roll, we would add blue dice. But I think, it does turn off.
Okay, yeah, I think what it is it kind of takes a moment, and I think it's like. We have this really great reuniting scene. Zed jumps out of the car. Ajax runs around. And I think, Zed, you're still a little bit panicking, but Ajax is there. And then very slowly, the light, the golden part of the light begins to fade and disappear. The red part of the light stays for just a moment longer. And I think Zed hears deep laughter ringing in his mind, but it fades and Barazel goes quiet as the red light around him also quiets down. So the threats, Dave runs up the stairs and says, "Oh man, guys, I'm so glad to see you. You have no idea. They are really looking for you, and it's not good. It's really not good." And right as he says that, C.I.N.D.Y, the display on C.I.N.D.Y goes completely dark, and Jacob, for a couple of minutes, you get completely shunted out of C.I.N.D.Y. And you all see a kind of like a recording-esque thing. It's kind of holographic almost. You see the image of a woman appear. She is she's tall, wiry. She has short black hair in a pixie cut with red tips. She's wearing a black blazer ornamented with leather and metal studs over a worn t-shirt with the Rush 2112 logo. And red and black checkered skinny jeans with a large silvery belt buckle with the letters BFRO on it. And this appears on the C.I.N.D.Y dashboard, sort of like holographic. And she raises a hand with black nail polish and these black studded leather bracelets and sort of waves before speaking.
Greetings, Mr. Nelson, Mr. Bailey, Mr. Stevenson, Dr. Vulcan, and Mr. Fitzsimmons. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Dr. Tatiana Romanoff, head of C.O.U.N.T.E.R here at IS-Corp, and we are trying to contact you with an outstretched hand. Contrary to your belief, we do not wish hostilities upon you or anyone, only to secure company assets, and to assure the public is not misinformed about the situation. So if you could please contact us immediately, you will not be harmed. And Fitz, I can already see the hacker gear turning in your head. I have found you all once, and I'll find you again. So, with that, I say, I'll see you soon, gentlemen. Good day.
IS-Corp.
Burn the car.
So
Already,
that
like stuffing, or I guess Goose doesn't understand the concept of electric cars because I'm looking for the gas tank to stuff it like drag into. Like, no good person ever says, "I found you once and I'll find you again," right?
All right, Fitz. Who's cogent?
who's cogent? They're kind of like R&D. They're the ones responsible for kind of bringing IS-Corp into the future, so to speak.
I want to make a strong reassertion of my control of the car.
Oh, you immediately, like without question,
okay.
you immediately are able to reassert control. Yeah, no, this is the car is triumph level. I think what you also know, as soon as you reassert it, is that this was a wideband broadcast.
Like maybe we saw it on a TV in the window.
Yeah, like I don't think. Yeah, you know what? Yeah, sure. Let's call it very similar to Fitz's broadcasts before, but not quite as widespread. So you think that they took a very educated guess and happened to luck out you guys seeing this. So I think you know for a fact that the car is not compromised. I don't want to take C.I.N.D.Y away from you. That was a triumph. That's a good thing. So.
Yeah. No, the car's fine. The car's fine.
I'll just be over here talking to Dave for a minute.
I'm gonna say like, aren't you C.I.N.D.Y? And I just like sort of pet the dashboard, and there's like a little chime.
Yeah, there's a little chime, and
it's Alcantara. It's very nice to touch.
Yeah, there's a little chime, and it revs just a tiny bit.
There is no rev.
Well, can you not hear literally? I could have sworn when I was writing in yours, I could hear something.
Only when you massively accelerate. Otherwise, the car is dead quiet.
Okay, I think
maybe a light would flash, or the dashboard would pulse.
Yeah, you hear a chime, and some of the interior lights sort of like glow a little bit, like go on a little bit and then back off. And it's strangely like purring.
Upon seeing that, Goose takes his hand off the door handle and just like a step or two back.
Step or two back?
Yeah.
Always
he steps
give
away from the car.
consent.
Oh, are we outside of the car?
I jumped out.
Yeah, Carl, Goose, and Zed.
Goose jumped out.
I think.
Oh, yeah, 'cause the dogs are running.
Zed
towards
jumped out to talk to Dave.
Because he feels a bit at ease now, and because the doors are still open, I think Ajax jumps in the car and does a little turn, like we're going somewhere.
Yep. Go bye-bye.
Yes. So he's very excitedly sitting
Where
in
are
the
we
back
going?
seat.
Okay. Well, we get back in the car.
Yes, Dave, get in the car.
Does this branch of IS-Corp have a separate office or anything?
That's tough to say if I'm being honest. They're a relatively secretive part of IS-Corp. Like I said, it's deep research and development. C.O.U.N.T.E.R stands for Covert Organizational Gathering for Extranormal Testing. The first thing in their name is covert. They're very quiet about what they do, but they are responsible for, I think even Dr. Romanoff was the one who sort of discovered a lot of the extra-normal stuff that are going on, and that's what brought IS-Corp out of just being a shipping company.
How do we want to respond?
Well, we already know Fitz's
Who's a
answer. He
good
wants us to go
boy?
down and talk to
Who's
her.
a good boy?
It's like a
I'll
silent
be leaning on
video
the
of
driver's
one of us like mooning the camera.
I mean,
No,
I'll be leaning.
I think that's what I want to know because I sort of want to like. Well, I guess it doesn't have to be that complicated. We can just like share a YouTube video or something. But we want like everyone to see it though. So I'm sort of thinking like I might use my um technomancer skills and send like another broad signal to like everyone.
I mean, if you want to
cast these, right?
if you want to send a video back to this lady, we should do it from somewhere very public.
Yeah. I mean,
like a nice, possibly in front of the White Stag sign downtown, so they know we're still around.
we could do that, or we could just contact.
No, we're
them.
not going to I.S. Corp. I'm sorry, not even.
Okay, I know it sounded not great, but they literally said in the thing that they don't want to harm us. Like, yeah, I'm just saying.
Boy, you better shut your mouth. Stupid's falling out. Okay? No one's gonna say that they want to hurt you if they want you to come to them.
Mr. Bailey, I am not stupid. Okay? I've worked.
I remember guys with guns chasing us. So.
I have worked at this company for years. Okay? I have. I'm
Okay,
not saying.
How about you go in? We will wait outside, and when they like do something horrible to you, we'll come and get you.
Look, I'm not saying we should contact them from an easily traceable location or just walk in the front doors.
wait, if they're so good, why can we not contact them from an easily traceable location?
Look, I'm fully on board with the fact that this looks real bad. I definitely am not like.
That wasn't a thing in 2019.
No, sus was not a thing in 2019.
Yeah, but what time of year is it? I forgot.
It's March. It's
March.
Friday,
Okay, so we're
March.
So we're springtime. The Red Guards aren't quite
yeah,
good
spring.
yet.
But okay, so I don't look. I'm on board with the fact that this does not look good. I saw the footage. Like, there's some not great stuff happening, but I'm not. I still think that we should be level-headed about this.
Okay, so you're
That's what I
okay
was saying.
and with the idea of you going in and talking to them.
Let's respond with a video that has us still in town, and we can talk to them that way. That was my first thought.
I don't know that we need to go public. Like, this might be might be something that we keep. I mean, she said it in the message. Like, they don't want misinformation out there. We should probably contact them privately.
But is there some kind of like phone app that could send short video messages back and forth?
So is it
Fitz is gonna
misinformation?
invent TikTok.
Is it misinformation when we tell the public that they chased us out of IS Corp with guns under threat of violence?
I don't
and
know.
we ran away
from a certain
because
point
they
of
were
view.
trying to hurt us?
From a certain point of view, no, it's not. But also, like, you know, can we maybe be adults and talk it over? Like, perhaps they're. I mean, like, you guys noticed they were.
Do you remember carrying Tike out of that building?
Yes. I think that we should have Dan be the middleman. It seems like Dan has Dan's finger in all the pies.
Dan's the not man with a plan.
Who's Dan?
He said.
And what? Who's Dan, and why do you need a middleman?
Oh, Dave. Dan is
Dave.
Apparently, he's a computer. Anyways,
look, I don't know the specifics of what you guys are necessarily talking about, but they were not particularly nice in my bar.
How long?
Yeah, I'm really sorry you got dragged into this.
It is what it is, but I mean, we got out, but I would like my establishment back.
Man, what model is that?
We didn't hear the first part of that, Goose.
How long have you been a bunker man? What model is that?
Goose, I don't know. You'd have to ask the guys that put me up in there. There was some.
Who did put you up in there?
I don't 100% know. There was some mysterious text, and then they said a lot of stuff about you that was true that I don't think a lot of people know. So I trusted them, and they brought us here. And I've been taking good care of Ajax and giving him scritches and all that. And there's some people down there that they put us up for a bit.
So can
cell phone?
Yeah, can we look at your phone to see who those texts are from?
No, I was told to get rid of it.
Smart.
This has gone way beyond anything I thought was going to happen. I thought this was a crazy week already, and I don't know. It's just this is a bit too much for me.
Can we investigate the room he's been in?
Yeah. You guys can go down and investigate the room that he was in if you so desire. If that is the next step, it's up to you.
I'll stay on the sidewalk with Dave and the dog. I'm sure he doesn't want to go back down there.
Split the party. Split the party.
Split party. I'm down.
Well, Cindy's up here. I'm fine.
Yeah.
All right. So, is anybody going down to investigate, and if so, who?
Zed'll go.
Yeah, Tike's gonna stay up. Like, if we're gonna split the party, let's do it like evenly.
Okay, so Zed and Goose and Carl.
Equally screw both sides.
Gotcha. Cool. All right.
We also have the car, so I don't know.
Goose, Zed, you begin walking down this staircase. Think castle dungeon. There, it is dank. It immediately becomes dank. It is all stonework, sort of like cobblestone with like age very clearly presented on it. You can see like moss growth and wearing, and you continue walking down, and it is dark. There is the light of some sort of fire light near the bottom with a strange like deep orange coloring that is a little bit different than normal fire, like almost chemically. And it goes down a long way. Maybe a couple of stories, even a long staircase. And it continues going down deep, a couple of stories. And the stairs, once you get a ways down, begin to shift. The wall, those Carl and Tike, you guys see as they go down and are gone after a few moments, it like collapses back in on itself and closes, like the secret passageway closes, and the stairs disappear, and you just see the normal side wall of a Portland building, like a standard city building. And Goose and Zed, you also hear this above you.
Was this a knock 3 times thing, Dave? Points at the wall.
I mean, I guess it did that when we went in, but I'm not asking a lot of questions right now, Carl. It's everything's a bit crazy.
Well, who else wants to try out the sound system in this thing? Rage Against the Machine? Carl,
Yeah,
you look like a guy.
I could use some nice tunes right now, actually, Tike. It's been a rough day.
All right, yeah, I'm right there with you. Yeah.
All right, what do you guys play?
I'm gonna knock on the wall a couple times. Go ahead, keep going.
Are you legit Rage Against the Machine?
Hold on parade.
All right, cool. All right, so Goose and Zed, you guys walk down in this like draconian dungeon staircase thing into this small chamber, small square chamber with a couple of torch sconces on the walls, burning with this strange chemically orange light. And in the back of in the opposite end of the corridor, there is a stone passageway leading the other direction, and a tall, very tall, like 9 foot tall robed figure, all in black, standing there with their arms across their chest, in the like sort of monk priest hands inside robes sort of thing, staring at you. What do you do?
You're not even trying to hide the fact you're evil at this point.
Greetings? I'm guessing you're the host?
Greetings, yes. Welcome. Are you friends of the one they call Dave?
Yes.
Yeah, now that I cleared up my tab.
What is your business here now? Dave has been returned to you.
I mean, I'm just curious who set all this up. Who are you?
We are the Order of the Deep Candle. We have been here for ages. Quiet, silent, and unknown by public. We were contacted by someone named Dan. He arranged passage and safekeeping for your friend.
Can I do some kind of like streetwise or knowledge check to see if I know a conspiracy about these people?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
This is right up Goose's alley. Normally, I would force this into a knowledge check, but if you have something that is more Goose, I'm okay with that because this is right up Goose's alley.
The only other thing I could think of would be streetwise.
Yeah, I think I would be okay with Streetwise. Coming
Okay.
coming from Goose only.
Actually, I think also about the same time though, Zed like hears like just my voice in his head, just be like, "Are you guys still alive?"
Well, they're alive right now, but I think the 9-foot tall shadowy figure will have something to say about that shortly.
So y'all need any help?
Oh, I got this.
Okay, just let me know if you need anything.
You feel like Barazel mentally flexing, getting sharpening his claws, getting ready.
So how hard would this
Oh
be?
yeah, that's right. I have to do that. I always forget. This is pretty freaking hard. This has got to be real bad. I think base level daunting, and base level daunting. Yeah, I think let's just call it daunting straight up. I've said daunting enough times that it's starting to do the thing where like words don't mean anything.
Ding dong, ding dong, ding.
That happened with another word earlier while I was editing. I can't remember what it was.
That's the
There one
here.
beyond daunting.
Yeah, there is.
Yes.
Oh, okay, good.
I don't remember what it is though. What it's called.
Like
it might be
impossible or-
yeah.
All right, 2 success and a threat.
Okay, cool. So you have definitely heard of this. Obviously, this is one of the conspiracy theories that Goose has been privy to. I think this is not one of the ones that he is like super staunchly interested in. I think it's just one he picked up. But he definitely believes it because it's easy to believe. And I think Goose knows that essentially, you know, the name, the Order of the Deep Candle, and that they are a network of occult magic users and I guess historians that keep track of all of the magical and like extra normal events in the Northwest.
All right. I'll lean over to Zed and whisper, "Yeah, these are like the Knights Templar's redneck cousins."
Wow.
A little giggle escapes. I think you should probably be respectful. Calling them rednecks might be a mistake.
You can say what you wish down here, Dr. Zed, I believe.
Yeah, that's my name.
We are keepers of knowledge. We do not care about the... You look like you have something you wish to say.
Yeah, I'm a little curious, so I'm new to this whole magic thing. I got some questions.
I think right about this point, I have listened to two full Tool songs, and that was like
That's
my
one
like
too many.
yeah. Wow. I was like, that was how long I was going to wait before like checking in on them. So I'm gonna astral project myself like down into the tunnel.
Okay. I think I know what's going to happen then. I think he instead says, "Come with me, and I will answer all questions you have." And he sort of steps aside and gestures a robed arm, which you can't see any like appendages, but he sort of like gestures and does a little bow down the corridor. Do you follow?
Let's go, Goose.
I wave at him and say, "After you."
Okay.
Are you referring to Zed or the figure?
The figure.
Okay, so yeah, he will sort of nod and put his hands back together, and he begins walking down the hallway. Do you guys follow him?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, these are friends of Dan and Dave. How bad could they possibly be?
Perfect. So you guys begin walking down the corridor. The torches pull themselves out of the sconces and begin following behind you. And you hear his voice leading you say, "We will go deeper than you have been before." And then that is when we cut back over, and Tike, you begin to astrally project yourself downward. I'm not going to make you roll for this because it's...
Carl's tracing lines between the bricks, trying to figure out where the door went.
Yeah, you're pressing the diagonally pattern, all of that stuff. Tike, you begin astrally projecting yourself, and you get down to the room that they were in, and you can see their backs going down this corridor. But as you begin to push into the corridor to follow them, you are blocked, and then suddenly shunted back into your body by a magical force. And that is where we will end for the night.
That was rude.
Rude. Thanks for taking us in a direction I had no intention of going. I'm very excited to see where this goes. Thank you guys for coming by. Pixie, Virgo, all y'all, Robin. We super appreciate it. Starshine as well. Yeah, thank you, Starshine, for coming by. Yeah. Quick shout out to Dr. Tatiana Romanoff, who's in the chat, our fair lady Pixie. I meant to actually ask you how you wanted to be credited, but so if you want me to like credit you differently than saying Pixie or Celestial Rogue or whatever, type that now and I'll say it now and edit it in. You think people can all just type that fast? Hello. Oh, I don't know. She says it happens. She says hello. So that is officially the shout out. That was awesome. I'm a big fan of that, of what we did. So she did that recording for us over the week. Yes, Celestial Rogue. That is who we do. We will have when I edit this, I'll probably have links to stuff in the description if she so desires. So you can check her out. Also, pop by the stream in the Discord. She's around and talking and active and our biggest fan. So yeah, thank you so much, Pixie. We really appreciate your contributions, both monetary and in the form of that recording. Do you guys have anything else you would like to say or plug or do at the end here?
Yeah, make sure you get on the Discord, Twitter, and look us up on iTunes.
YouTube.
Yes.
On Twitter, we're going to be answering questions in character a couple times a week. So make sure you follow us on Twitter so that you can see what our characters have to say. And you can even ask your own questions. We're happy to answer them.
Yep, we have a couple up there already. We're at RPGsAnonymous 1 on Twitter. You can also submit items. If you want to see some cool magical item come into play into the game, we've come into contact with some of these artifacts in the past, and most of those were just come up with like mid game or whatever. But you can submit items. You can submit plot points as well, because we've taken a lot of that stuff from the community. Definitely join us in streams Monday at 9:30 p.m. EST. We have a little pre-show about 15 minutes before that we talk about a lot of the stuff. We do a little icebreaker. We learn about the characters. We do some background, and we do a lot of other cool things. We also take a lot of audience participation in the streams, so that's always cool.
Don't expect Carl to be good at Twitter. He just got the account because Goose made him to.
And Aaron is also bad at Twitter. So, all right. We will see you in the multiverse.
Thanks for coming, folks.
Yeah, bye. Thanks for joining us.